I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Event is coming soon. YouTube channel. Here's the latest intel.
This is a quick update. The YouTube boycott is still going on. However, there is some progress. Recently, Google announced that it's introducing a new tool to tackle extremist content and overhauling its policies in a move to end this massive boycott of advertisers. Now that's great news. Although our content is not considered extremist content, Google's ad inventory is still very low due to the reduction of advertisers. It would take some time for advertisers to examine Google's new tools and start buying again. Because of that, we are still in need of your financial support. If you haven't made a donation yet, please consider doing it. On behalf of Event is Coming Soon, its sister channels and affiliate channels, we'd like to thank all of you who have shown your appreciation with your generous donations. We're asking everyone to maintain a positive attitude and send positive energy as you listen to and view our videos. And now, here is your scheduled video. Victory of the Light.
The origin of our species found in 20,000-year-old ancient tablets. 20,000-year-old ancient Sumerian clay tablets, which mention the real history of Earth, describe how our species was created much sooner than mainstream scholars suggest, by beings which came from elsewhere in the cosmos. According to numerous ancient texts and books are written throughout the years, hundreds of thousands of years ago, before recorded history, planet Earth was visited by astronauts from an alien world. These beings splashed down in what is today the Persian Gulf, after detecting reserves of gold in Southeast Africa and made a colonial expedition to Earth. Today there are two sorts of people, those who look at the origins of life from a scientific point of view, and argue that life on Earth started millions of years ago and that mankind eventually evolved from microorganisms into an advanced species we are today. Others argue that life was created by divine intervention. Life on Earth is the result of God, a divine being that created everything, Earth, the moon, our solar system and the entire universe. Basically, we were created, according to religion, by a far superior being. Genesis 1:27 reads, "So God created mankind in his own image, in the image of God he created them, male and female he created them." We have two prevailing theories that explain what mankind is doing on Earth. Scientifically speaking, we have still not found evidence of life anywhere else, so it's kinda difficult to prove that theory. If we take a look at religion, we will come across something it's practically impossible to prove, yet there are millions of people scattered across the globe who firmly believe mankind, and everything around us, was created by God. If we were to discover a alien life in the solar system tomorrow, how would religion survive the discovery? Curiously, there are several ancient texts, which predate the Bible, and modern religion, which state mankind was created. For example, Popol Vuh, the sacred book for the ancient Maya literally says mankind was created by beings. These beings who created mankind are referred to in the Popol Vuh as the creator, the former, the dominator, the feathered serpent, they who engender, they who give being, hovered over the water as a dawning light. In the Quran we find the following. Verse 96.1, read in the name of God who created. Verse 96.2, created man from a clinging substance. Verse 96.3, read and your God, the most generous. Verse 96.4, who taught by the pen. Verse 96.5, taught man what he did not know. This is why we ask again, who are these gods? Is it possible that some of the oldest writings on Earth from ancient Sumer can help us understand mankind's origin? If we put aside both of the above-mentioned theories we will find room for one more, which according to many is as acceptable as the two previous ones. Mankind, created by a civilization from elsewhere in the universe. This controversial theory is as acceptable as the other two. Ancient mankind, product of the ancient Anunnaki? What if controversial author Sitchin was right? It starts with the planet Nibiru, whose long, elliptical orbit brings it near Earth once every 3,600 years or so. The planet's inhabitants were technologically advanced human-like beings, Mr. Sitchin argued in 2010 interview with the New York Times, standing about 9 feet tall. Some 450,000 years ago, they detected reserves of gold in Southeast Africa and made a colonial expedition to Earth, splashing down in what is now the Persian Gulf. Mr. Sitchin added, these Nibiruites recruited laborers from Earth's erect primates to build 8 great cities. Enki, who became the Sumerians' god of science, bestowed some of the Nibiruites' advanced genetic makeup upon these bipeds so they could work as miners. This is how Mr. Sitchin explains what scientists attribute to evolution. He says the alien cities were washed away in a great flood 30,000 years ago, after which they began passing on their knowledge to humans. He showed a photograph of a wood carving from 7000 BC of a large man handing over a plow to a smaller man. The passing on of agricultural knowledge. Anyway, he said, the Nibiruites finally jetted home in their spacecraft, around 550 BC. This is in the texts, I'm not making it up, concluded Sitchin. In his book The Cosmic Code, Sitchin writes, there was a time, the Sumerians told, when civilized man was not yet on Earth, when animals were only wild and undomesticated and crops were not yet cultivated. At that long ago time there arrived on Earth a group of 50 Anunnaki. Led by a leader whose name was Ea, meaning whose home is water, they journeyed from their home planet Nibiru, planet of crossing, and, reaching Earth, splashed down in the waters of the Persian Gulf. The time, 445,000 years ago. The Anunnaki timeline, coming to Earth, according to Sitchin. 450,000 BC. After long wars, the atmosphere of Nibiru began to deteriorate and became a hostile place for life. The Anunnaki needed gold to repair their atmosphere. According to researchers, we can use gold nanoparticles to repair our damaged ozone layer. 445,000 AC. The Anunnaki aliens landed on Earth and established their base in Eridu, wanting to extract gold from the Persian Gulf. They were led by Enki, son of Anu. 416,000 BC. Gold production fell, which made Anu come to Earth. Beside him, his other son Enlil arrived. Anu decided that mining would take place in Africa and promoted Enlil in charge of the Terran mission. 400,000 A.C. In southern Mesopotamia were 7 developed nations. Among the most important were Sippar, Nippur and Shuruppak. After the metal was refined, the ore was transported from Africa with ships and sent into orbit. Curiously, the ancient Sumerian king list, one of the most interesting ancient texts ever found on our planet, which details with great accuracy the rulers of the ancient Sumerian civilization, describes kings, beings, who ruled over Earth living for thousands of years. From the Sumerian king list, we read, after the kingship descended from heaven, the kingship was in Eridu. In Eridu, Elilim became king, he ruled for 28,800 years. Alaldra ruled for 36,000 years. 2 kings, they ruled for 64,800 years. This ancient document describes a time on Earth when unknown beings lived for thousands of years and ruled over the ancient cities of the region. Researchers have not been able to explain why the unique list blends mythical pre-dynastic rulers with historical rulers who are known to have existed and as such have mixed feelings when it comes to the interpretation of the Sumerian king list.
Please like us and share with your social media. Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our new videos.
Remember to check out our playlist for important intel you may have missed.
Be sure to enter our subscriber appreciation $100 monthly giveaway. The link is in our description.
And visit our sister channel. The event is coming soon for additional intel and information.
Stay tuned.
Victory of the Light.
Event is coming soon. YouTube channel.